Legends, how is everyone doing today? It took me a while to get that live button to actually click today, so hopefully you guys are all in here and you can hear me okay. I can see currently that there are 93 people watching, so welcome everyone. Hopefully you guys can hear everything. Leave me a comment, let me know that you can hear me okay, you can see the screen okay, all that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a weird start today, so I just want to make sure. Okay, I can see some of you guys coming in now. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Twin Z. How you doing, James? Big C. Hey, you do great stuff. Thank you very much. Oh wow, a lot of comments just popped up all at once. Definitely have a bit of a disconnect going on. So I think it's okay on your end. That is the main thing. You and Crypto Lifer are my fave. Thank you. Joshua, hello. Started from the bottom. Katie, Alicia, Reza, Eleanor. Eleanor, I saw your TikTok last night having some really good wins lately. It's not luck. You deserve it. You've done the work. Take the credit for it. Who else have we got here? Sharan, Luke, Zachary. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I have so much to talk about, and I'm also extremely exhausted. So let's get right into this video. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Ethereum. We'll have a look at the markets in general and see if there's any news events coming up this week to be wary of. And we'll have a bit of a sneak peek as to where the heat maps are and the liquidity and all that sort of stuff that we usually do. So if you are brand new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are already a member of the TTC tribe, what is up? Thank you for bearing with me over the last week. Everything should get back to normal now. So let us do this. Let's start with Bitcoin. I want to talk about the move that we had yesterday, but before we do that, I want to just take a very quick recap into the week that was. So we're going to zoom out to the 1 hour time frame. If you've been following this channel for a while, you will know that we were identifying shorts from 25k, and we got our information right there. And from that, we had our 3 hits to the downside. So we had one drop here into the board meeting, second drop here, long weekend board meeting that kind of went almost for an entire week. Very, very boring time. Third drop here. And then what happened yesterday was a final damage move to the downside, which we also know as Fake Move Monday. Now, Fake Move Monday can go either way, but the goal of it is to take out anyone who basically guessed the direction on the weekend whilst price was not giving you a direction. And whilst everyone here open positions, open long or short positions, come Monday morning when the CMEs actually reopen and the market maker gets back to work, they size up where the liquidity is available, who they can take out the most of, do they want some more before they change direction, all those kinds of things, and then they issued their final move. So this final move would have stopped out anyone who thought potentially that this here may be the bottom and were longing. Kind of makes sense to long it around the 19,500 level as just, a psychological level that people would choose to long. Not saying it's a good decision, but it's a decision. So those people would have got taken out here. It would have also induced more people to go short because, as we know, we were extremely bearish in this period. And I actually I wrote about this on my Twitter. At the time, this is on Binance alone, we had over 1,100 short positions opened on Binance futures, but we only had 188 longs, and we had a delta of 21 billion to the shorts. Now, anything over 21 billion anything over 20 billion is where we start to pay attention and start to look for signs of a potential reversal. It's not an automatic reversal. We need to turn to our technical analysis to see if a reversal is likely. Also posted here that there is a lot of liquidity above 19.5 for the market maker to come and grab if they want to. Pointing out this 19.8 to 20.3 region. Now, why was that region important to me? It's very, very simple. Let's see if High Block will show it to us as time has passed. Yes, it has. So in a nutshell, you know that we were short from 25K. This level here, these big circles that you can see here, are people who open those short positions on Fake Move Monday. So they literally were opening short positions at the very end of the downwards move when the liquidity was already very much available for the market maker to turn price around. But in addition to that, there was not much liquidity available below for them to continue driving it too much further down than what we saw. So basically, you would consider this to be amateur traders, people who short way too late. And that makes them the first target of the market maker. With one sharp move, usually 3 hits to the high, they can take out all of those people who shorted way too late. And if we scroll over this blue area, you can see it says, if you can see there in the end of that blue box, it says 20.38. So therefore, that's where the 20.3 target came from. This isn't rocket science. Anyone can learn this. Now, when we hover over that 20.3, we can see that was this level here, which is exactly where it went. So at this point here, when price reversed to this level, it took out all of those amateur shorts that went short down here on high leverage up to 25x. So that's where we are now, and you can see here 1, 2, 3 hits to the high, and that's how they do it. They do it in 3 fast moves, take you out before you can recognize it, and then Bob's your uncle. Now we have to reset and decide, is there more? Like, does the market maker want to come for now these levels here? Do they want to come for these levels here? That's what we're going to try to assess today. Be sure to smash up that like button if you haven't already. Hopefully you've learned something so far. The delta currently is at 12 billion. We expect that as the trend starts to change. And we want to really start looking out for these really big peaks here as the next level that the market maker's, probably going to come for. So these ones we would assume is gone. We've got this level here at about 20,500 and up to around 21,000. So we're going to see if that lines up with some other things. But before we do, we can see it lines up with this vector candle that has not yet been fully recovered between, 20,500 and 21,100. It's like it's magic, I swear. Now, let's talk about this move yesterday, because the funny thing is this move has a name, and I actually taught this to the students of TTC only on Tuesday last week. So if you are a student of TTC, you now got to see this happen in real time. If you didn't get the move, that's not the point. The point is learning. So it's amazing that you actually got to see this so close to learning the move, because now it will be cemented in your mind, and the next time it comes along, you're going to be able to recognize what it is. So this is called, sorry, I'm losing my voice here. This is called a half Batman. I won't go into full detail, but what it is we have the first peak of a W formation that looks like it's about to start to form, usually at the bottom of a downtrend, which was our fake move Monday. After that, price goes into consolidation, and it doesn't actually issue stop hunts, and it doesn't issue the second side of the W. Now, and that's what makes it a half Batman, because a W formation is a full Batman, as in it's the Batman's ears, right? So the half Batman is only one ear. We then go into consolidation, then we just break out. So it's a difficult one to trade unless you're very, very confident in the method, and it doesn't actually come around that often. The good thing about the half Batman is if you are really good at recognizing this formation, you can take a long position anytime in this consolidation and have a very small stop loss right underneath it. So it's going to give you a huge risk to reward. I personally don't like doing that. I will still put my stop loss below the low to give it room, because what if I'm wrong, and what if we do come back for the second side W? So I prefer to be on the safe side, but technically it is a trade setup where you should be able to have your stop right under the consolidation. So that's where we are now. We have the half Batman play out. we have broken through, obviously, the 50 EMA here. We broke through the 200 EMA here, and we made it up to that liquidity that we knew was available at 20,300. Now, where we are currently, we're in the dead gap zone, so we don't like to make decisions off that dead gap zone. We want to see Asia open up and set the initial high or low of the day. But what I would be watching out for today is this level here. There's still yesterday's, no, hang on, this is current. Yeah, this is current. So 20,300, say 20,300 to 20,350, that kind of area is still the area to watch, because we've wicked here off at once, twice, three, or a number of times in this cluster, and so far in the dead gap zone here. I don't pay that much attention in the dead gap zone because I do know usually it is just a low volume area where whales kind of trap you because the markets are closed. So this is the area I want to see price get above now if we're to continue. As long as we're above the 50 EMA, you would consider us to still be safe enough to have a continuation of this temporary uptrend. However, if we start to break below the 50 EMA, then this could be all the market maker wanted. So it's going to be a little bit difficult sort of position to trade. Let's see if we can have a look on the higher time frames and see if that's giving us any hints. The other thing too is that if we do break up into that area, I'll just wait for this to load. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. If we do break up above that area, then this becomes the area of interest we talked about before, specifically around the 1 hour 200 EMA. Currently, that is sitting at around 20,800. That's going to take out the next level shorts that I showed you on high blocks. That's going to take out these guys. So let's just class, over here. Let's just class these people. We've got down here, we've got very amateur traders. Down here, people who short level 3 are, what's one step up from amateur but not good? That's what they are. Level 2 would be good traders, and level 1 would be amazing traders, and that would be the people who are in the TTC community. Let's just be honest, because we all shorted from here. But anyway, so that's what's going on now. We need to wait and see, does the market maker want to come and collect these guys now? If we do make it right through that, then we've got the very next candle up here. Let's not aim too high. We just want to aim for a level at a time. And so 20.6 to 21K, or say 20.5 to 21K is our area of interest. Should we break this level today between 20.3 to 20.4-ish? Now, let's see if any of that kind of lines up with some intermediate trader. Thank you guys. You guys are so polite in your naming of traders. I am not that polite. The half Batman, this is sick. It is very sick. And actually, I posted about this on TikTok and someone told me that I was just making shit up as I go along. But it's a thing. You can Google it. This is a legit trade setup. Now let's have a look at the high, what is this? Trading light orders, because this might give us a hint, although we want to wait for Asia to open. But we can see at this point in time, we've got some pretty significant long position orders at 20K down to about 19.9. So let's just quickly put that, we can edit this one. Sorry, guys. We'll edit this one. So 19,900 to 20,000. That's currently where people are waiting to, well, the highest level of long orders currently. I kind of like this area, a round psychological number. People want to hold price above 20K. It will be a full recovery of this candle right here. So not too bad. If that is where we set the initial low of today and we don't break below it, it will be a higher low, which will be positive. Even though it's going to break below these EMAs, that's okay as long as it creates a higher low. So eyes on 19.9 to 20K today. If we break below it, invalidated, we're going down further. But this is interesting to me today. Moving to the upside, we've still got significant shorts trying to hold price down. What we've got probably here between 20,500. what do you know? And 20,600. So that's definitely in that in this zone here. So I'll just quickly mark this out so we have a visual. So 20,500 kind of makes sense that people would try to short these round numbers as well. And this is our sell orders currently. So that's what we want to keep an eye on. Ideally, in a perfect world, if we are to have continuation to the upside, I would like to see Asia at some point today come in closer somewhere to these long orders, hold that level, then go for these levels. If that can happen, I will reassess if these sell orders are still there at the time. If they are, that could end up being our rise level 2, which would be great because then we'll be fairly confident of the pattern that is going to play out until our midweek expected reversal. We would expect one more from this, and that one more could recover this zone, could take us to the 800 EMA. So ideally, that's what I want to see. We may not come down, we may break this and create a higher initial high of the day, but you don't want to chase a trade just because a trade is there. I'm certainly not a breakout trader. So after 1, 2, 3, I would not be longing a breakout from here into that. Terrible risk to reward. And that's just chasing money. We want the best possible setup, high quality trades. To get our high quality trade, it has to meet our condition. And our condition will be, bring me back here. Give me a juicy, delicious area. Recover these candles here. Bounce off it, then I'm happy to long into here because I'm going to have a good risk to reward. And if I picked level 2 correctly, then I'll be confident there's another level to come and I've got more profits to be taken. So that is how I'm feeling about Bitcoin. Now I'm going to get into Ethereum. Actually, let's have a look at any news events we've got coming up this week before we look at Ethereum. Today, I feel like we're kind of going to be okay. We do have this all-day German prelim CPI. I think, that did something similar to that did cause a pretty big market move not long ago. I think it may have only been last week. Keep an eye, but it's an all-day thing, so, there's that. But the major ones that I think coming up this week is the JOLTS job openings. That is going to be at midnight Wednesday, which is actually for us in Australia tonight. That's tonight. And then, so that's one to keep an eye out for. And then we also have, what date is this? Tomorrow, 10:15, the ADP non-farm employment change could be another one. And Thursday, we've got the unemployment claims. So if we look like we're getting rise level 2 today, then I would say we're going to be okay until any one of these events will be the result of the midweek reversal. So not saying that we're up from here 100%, certainly not. We only look for day trades. We're just looking to exploit liquidity. And on that note, guys, if this move here that happened yesterday doesn't prove to you that the markets are a game of liquidity, then I just can't help you any further because if you go and have a look, down here, the amount of people that were bearish all over social media, calling 14K again and whatnot. Now, that's not out of the question, but the way they were making out was that it was straight down from here, that it just wasn't going to recover. That after Jerome spoke, it's all over. We're just going to continue to bleed. And look, we're having a recovery. So it doesn't matter. The news is used as an excuse to move the market where they want to move the market anyway. This is a game of liquidity. And all we have to do now, we know that this liquidity was taken out. We just have to spy on what the market makers are looking at and hunt for where the next liquidity available is in the highest amount that they can easily come and take out with a sharp 3 hit to the upside. In addition to that, just a final note, the highest level in the visible range so far is 22.5. Now, I'm not saying that they're going up there, but this is something that we want to track if we do get continuation to the upside, that currently they do have available to them liquidity up to 22.5. Now, let's move on. Before I move on to Ethereum, I'm just going to make an announcement that our new website has launched and our new memberships are now launched. If you have been a member of this channel for a while, you will know that this method that I'm teaching you is all part of the trade by design method. I teach this to you guys in our private community, which consists of Discord and also online lessons, made up partly of the market maker method, heat maps, understanding liquidity, all that kind of stuff makes up the trade by design method. We have just launched, as of this morning, a new arm of called the invest by design method. Now, for invest by design, it's all about teaching you how to create a long-term crypto portfolio that you can retire off. It's not about trading, it's teaching you how to set up really good portfolios that will get you through all crypto seasons, teaching you to have the patience to invest correctly, not to chase pumps, all that kind of stuff. Although there is allocation to chase pumps, so that's in there. And then finally, we have the Capital Club, which is a combination of both. So I always say that if you're going to be a trader, you should always also be an investor, because it does take the pressure off your trading. So if you're wanting to learn both, then you can join the Capital Club. This is live today. The link to this is in the description of this video, and also it is in the in the chat of this video as well. Grab that, have a look at it later. All you need to do is come down, click on learn more if you want to read more about what is in each membership, and you can come and join us. It also gives you access to our exclusive member only trading view indicators, and they they are free with the membership as long as you're an active member. In addition to that, these are all the courses that are available. So the market maker method is where you'll start, heat maps, liquidation data, other trading strategies, live session recordings that we've done with the community in the past. And then down here is the invest by design section, zero to cryptos, for people who, if you don't even know how to buy crypto, you're interested, but you don't know how to buy it, you don't know where to store it, this is the one for you. If you already have that knowledge, you can move straight onto the Cryptability course. And this is the one that teaches you how to budget. It teaches you how to take your own personal circumstances and know how much you have available to be able to invest in cryptocurrency without stretching yourself. And it shows you a projection by the end of the course of, over time, if you continue and stay consistent and continue to contribute to a long-term plan, what is possible for you if Bitcoin and Ethereum, and major coins that have been around for a while, continue to do as they have done in the past. Then there's also some other portfolio strategies specific to bull markets, how to create a portfolio that, you can just sit on throughout a whole bull market, and it's fairly well diversified. If a few things go to zero and one or two things, 100x or whatever, your portfolio overall is going to be very profitable, and you'll know when to get out in time. So that is what we've got available for you guys now. Feel free to jump over to that at the end of this video. Now, let me go over to Ethereum. Ethereum also did the half Batman. What do you know? I mean, they all really kind of basically do the same thing, don't they? But it actually was a lot clearer on Ethereum. So Ethereum came down right into the area of interest. This area of interest is a previous vector candle that was marked. Let me see if I can find it. It was quite a while ago, very long time ago. Here we go. It must have been a 1 hour. Oh, no, it must have been a 1 hour candle, but it was marked from the 27th of July. So we did come back just to test the top of that, and we bounced off it, which is good. It shows that they don't want to come into that area yet. So that's a really good sign when price bounces off the top of a previous vector that, we may have a trend change. This here was the consolidation of the half Batman, and then bang, ETH just went for it. Big candle out of that. What I don't currently like about ETH right now is I don't like this curve here. If you've ever heard the saying, the trend is your friend, the end of that saying is until it bends. So the trend is your friend until it bends. In this move here, you can see we had 1, to 3 sharp moves to the upside. That's to take out those shorts. Mission accomplished. And right now we're kind of between the 800 EMA and the 50 EMA. So again, it can come back. It can come back all the way to recover this even, and that would be okay, because that's what happens when those market maker, where am I doing? Area of interest. That's what happens when these candles are created with super high volume. Price has to come back to fill that imbalance. So even if we came back to test anywhere around here, it's going to be a good level, because it's going to come back to test yesterday's high of the day at this level here, which is 1500. It's a good round number as well, psychological number. And if we did retrace back into here, it got a bit of a, hammer or some sort of bullish confirmation candlestick, that's going to give us a hint that we may get level 2 up to the 800 EMA. So we're kind of looking for the same thing. ETH doesn't tend to retrace as much, so I am being very greedy with that entry. But I'd be watching out to see, we may only get a higher low off the 50, If we come into this area, we're looking to see if we can get the higher low off the 200. Either of those are going to be really, really good for continuation. Again, if we break the level, then we have to reset, and our targets will become this candle right here, and then finally a recovery of this candle right here. Now, if we break below that, we're bearish. We're bearish and we're going down further. But what we really want to see today is higher lows being created. That's going to give us a hint that the market maker is coming for the rest of that liquidity. So that's how I'm feeling today. I want to smack a lot of people who were very bearish on Monday in this zone, because you guys know the method and you need to start trading what you see, not what you feel. So people here were saying, we're going down again, we're going to break the level, even in my own Discord. And I'm like, trade what you see. Trade what you see. We can see 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. We now know this was a half Batman, even if you didn't recognize it at the time. So if the model is to play out, we should have a level 2 and a level 3 to follow. What we know is that the model can be broken by news events, so you have to keep an eye on that. But we know the liquidity is available above, and all we're doing now is we're waiting to see if this model is going to continue to play out. As long as it's above the EMAs and as long as it's creating higher lows, we should be looking for longs, not shorts. That is all I really have to say, guys. Let me read these comments quickly. And I asked too soon. There's 205 people watching. Let's get the likes above 120. Yes, please. That would be great. I appreciate that comment. Half Batman is the new method I learned today. Well done, Twin Z. I went bullish on Jerome. Good one. Annie, can we offer you a mining rig? Mate, I live in an apartment in the sky. I don't know where I would put it, so probably not the best place. Thanks for the trade psychology. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you there. Can current members sign up now? Yes, everybody is free to sign up now via the website. It is all live. Yeah, good to go. Check the Discord, because there is a video and a PDF explaining exactly what to do. Is High Block free? It is certainly not free. It is actually fairly expensive, and it is cheaper to join our Discord, because we post the high block, delta, and liquidation levels for you 3 times a day. And in addition to that, you get everything else instead of paying the higher price just for high block. So come join us in the first class tier, the Trade by Design or Capital Club. You will get access to all of that data plus more, plus our daily updates, all that kind of stuff. All right, guys. Oh, and we do live session opens too. I'm going to leave it there for today. Have the most amazing day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.